Hello, our Axis and allies loves. It's 1914, World War One, Wars of the World, straight from the nest. NATO's going to take it away.
Hey everybody, this is Nato at the Nest. Finally getting another video out. Sorry for the delay. I know we haven't put out a video in a while, but life got in the way. But things are calmed down a little bit more, so hopefully we can start getting videos back out on a regular basis. Last left off, it was the first turn of World War One. So it was fall of 1914. So this will be the spring of 1915 video, and the first turn where everything's unlocked. Land, sea, air, technologies, everything. Technology-wise, Germany gets poison gas weapons right from the start in 1915, and as you can see, Germany's already utilized that and against the Russians in the Eastern Front. Some other technologies. The other technology that's out right now is Creeping Barrage, and Creeping Barrage is unlocked based on how many casualties you've taken, and so far Austria, Germany, and France have sustained enough casualties to unlock Creeping Barrage, so next turn we'll start seeing that come into effect. And what the poison gas does, and trenches have been unlocked, so as see, trench works are all over the place, but what poison gas does is it takes whatever the defense value of the opposing infantry is and imposes a -1 on it. And so like what the trenches do, it causes the infantry to defend at a 4, and on a D6 that's pretty substantial. So if you hit it with poison gas, those infantry now defend at a 3 instead of a 4. And what the Creeping Barrage does is it allows you to pair infantry to artillery on a 1-for-1 basis, and it gives the infantry a +1, so it's just like combined arms in Global 40 or 1936 version. So I think that's all the new stuff for the turn. So what actually happened the turn, Austria attacked Serbia again and almost took them, reduced them down to 1 infantry. And then their only other attack was Austria invaded northern Italy and contested the zone. And then then it was Germany. Germany didn't attack in the west. All it did was just build trench works in Picardia and Lorraine. Oh, sorry, they did attack. Germany took their 2 Zeppelins and went over the channel and bombed the British factory there. Did 12 points of damage, so that's a pretty substantial hit. Its only other... then it did some convoy raiding with its subs. They didn't manage to get anything on the North Atlantic route, but the southern route the Germans managed to do all 6 damage for that line. So England had to pay up $6 before its turn even started. And to simulate the rising tension between America and Germany because of the merchant raiding, whatever IPP England loses to convoy raiding in the Atlantic boosts American production. So England had to pay $6 to the bank, but that inversely also boosted America's production by 6. So America's now sitting at 16 instead of 10. Have to excuse the sniffles. I'm having a bit of an allergy attack here. Let's see. Germany's other major attack was in the east. It attacked East Prussia and eastern Germany, trying to drive the Russians out. And they used poison gas in both the attacks. And they weren't able to drive the Russians out of East Prussia. They were able to reduce the Russians down to a single fighter. But East Germany, they were able to push them out completely. And then Germany's only other actions was to take its Pacific Fleet and start raiding convoys in the Pacific. There used to be a German cruiser right there where that Japanese fleet is. That failed to hit anything. That cruiser managed to get 2 points. Yeah, managed to get 2 points damage that the Far East Command had to pay. And that one failed to hit anything as well. So not very successful convoy raiding by the Germans. They missed more than they hit. And then England, it didn't attack anything in the Western Europe either. The only thing it did was it moved that fleet to block off the Danish Strait and also to implement the blockade on Germany, which causes Germany to suffer a 2 IPP penalty per turn. England's attacks were in the peripheral of the war. England attacked Germans in the German South Africa, and everybody missed. Then the British invaded Iraq and contested the zone, weren't able to push the Ottomans out. And then Anzac invaded Kaiser Wilhelm land, or which will eventually, become New Guinea. Everything missed there. So not too much of a not a lot happened for England. England did pay off that damage. I just left them there to showcase the tokens. Get those at historical board gaming. Pretty good way of showing facility damage. I should have stated that technologies have been unlocked, so everybody has been working on the interrupter gear so their fighters can actually start shooting at other fighters. And then England and Germany have been working on advanced fighters, and England's been working on convoys. Researching how to do convoys to try to fight back against those subs that really don't have, England really doesn't have an answer to at the moment. England's also really invested in getting advanced fighters out as soon as possible, because that's the only thing that can target Zeppelins. Because historically, Zeppelins, they flew at really high altitudes, and the early war fighters just didn't have the engine power to fly that high. So it wasn't until later in the war more advanced fighters came out with more powerful engines that they could climb up that high to actually engage the Zeppelins. So until England finishes researching advanced fighters, Germany can use those Zeppelins to pound England with impunity. So England is very invested in getting those advanced fighters out as soon as possible. France, same thing, no action on the Western Front. They just built trenches. France's only action was in Africa, where the French invaded the German colony of Togoland, and it didn't go very well for the French. They missed everything, and that one German infantry managed to get a kill. So it didn't go well for the French. Other than that, they just moved that one Foreign Legion infantry up and dropped them off at Marseille, and that was about it for France. Russia didn't attack anything. Germany also attacked the Russian battleship and sank it. And say the German battleship is dreadnought. Battleships don't exist yet. That dreadnought and the Russian dreadnought was sunk, and that German dreadnought was damaged in the exchange. And then Russia didn't attack anywhere, just tried to reinforce and tried to create a stable line because of the German counterattack in East Prussia and East Germany. It kind of ripped a hole in the Russian line. Russia, it only had one fighter left in East Prussia, so Russia voluntarily retreated out of East Prussia, gave it back to the Germans because they weren't going to hold it. And other than that, Russia researched interrupter gear so it can have a chance at shooting down German fighters, but other than that, that was Russia's turn. The Ottomans counterattacked the British in Iraq and almost drove them out. That reduced them down to 1 infantry. That's all England has left. And that was it for the Ottomans. They built a trench in Palestine and just start moving everything south, because that's where the action is going to be for the Ottomans, fighting the British in the in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia area. Let's see, Italy. They tried attacking the Austrians in northern Italy, and did pretty well. As you can see, the Austrians don't have a lot left there. They only have 1 infantry and 3 artillery. Austria is going to get 2 infantry back from wounded. That was Italy's only action. As you can see, the trench tiles everywhere, so everyone's throwing down trenches because of that huge defensive bonus it gives you. Let's see. Japan. Japan loaded up its transports and landed in the German colony right there, and took it without any losses. And then the Japanese fleet came down and attacked that German cruiser that was raiding the convoy, sank it, but took a hit on one of its dreadnoughts. And that was it for England, or Japan, excuse me. Pretty simple for Japan. They don't have a lot of responsibility in this scenario, and they don't really face any really hard opposition. So it's going to be pretty easy for them. America, still not in the war. It bought 2 more infantry and leased it to France to max out France's Foreign Legion troops. They can have a total of 3. And then they bought artillery, and that was it for America, and that was it for the turn. So next turn is going to be fall of 1915, and Bulgaria is going to be entering the war next turn on the Central Power side, and then another event will happen. We'll have the Libyan revolt, so Tripoli and Corfu will revolt against Italian rule. So Italy and probably the Allies as a whole, we're going to have to deal with that somehow. So that's what to look forward to on the next turn, Bulgaria's entry and the Libyan revolt, and we'll come back with the fall of 1915. See you then.
Hi, Axis and Allies players, and thanks for watching The Nest. Like what we're doing, go ahead and hit a squat on that like button and share it to your favorite social media. Want to see more videos just like this? Go ahead and subscribe. We'll have more coming to you right from Original Axis and Allies from Milton Bradley, Axis and Allies in 1914 by Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast, Shapeways.com, and HistoricalBoardGaming.com, where you can find all of your expansions and other pieces right there online ready for you. We'll see you next time right here, straight from the nest.